And we are live.
Well, it says we're live.
Don't worry,
Phil wrote we're live.
I'm checking. Yep, we're live. We're on.
Yay!
And now we just wait for our
technology thing could work.
Just gotta wait for our lovely community now, don't we?
Yeah, we're just waiting for a few participants to join us.
And speak of the devil.
On already. Samuel's on. All the voyeurs are joining us. You want to see what we're up to? Oh, dear. Hey, Garvin, how's it going, son? Jim's on. Oh, dear. Wait for a few more people to pull up a chair, grab a coffee, settle down. Evening, Kevin. Yay, Richard's managed to drag himself away from Britain's Got Talent. Look at that. It's only because there's no Coronation Street on a Saturday. What's up with him? David from South London. Mike, we'll get to that shortly. It's part of what we're doing here. Hi, Sam. Will.
Don't worry, we'll be asking Shane for questions as we go. So wait until hold on to your questions until we ask for them.
Yeah. Right, well, we've got a good showing so far. Should we kick off?
Yeah, on your lead.
Right, well, we'll start off with the concept. The demand for that right now has been staggering, to be honest. We are down to the last 12% of the allocation. So basically, if you're sitting on the fence waiting for your, to place your order, I'd get a shufty on, because these are selling like we're giving them away with cornflakes. So so right now, yeah, they're going pretty well. So it has to be said. The reception that we've had so far with them has been extremely well received, hence the orders coming in. We are making some refinements which we are aware of, like on the original sample that you can see there. We missed off the manual handles. That's since been corrected. You will visibly see the manual handles on the side with a little white painted tip. We're also finishing off the internal detail. So that'll all be complete. The decalin's been corrected and fixed. So the next sample we should get should be including all the pre-printed label, pre-printed sample with the correct colouring. So the, what do you call it? The artist sample, pre-painted sample. No. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure the terminology. But anyways, that's going to be the next one. So that should all be fixed. And then, as I say, we're literally just waiting. We'll also be publishing what the load will look like as well. But we've got quite a few of the of drawings and things for the load. So that'll be removable. By the way, it won't be fixed in. It won't be glued in. So you can, run it with or without the load. That's entirely up to you. So yeah, the allocation on that's been going pretty well. Any other questions on the concept before we move on to the next thing? I think that's a delivery date for the concept. Right now we're looking at around the third quarter of this year, because obviously it's a wagon. There's not as much detail as a locomotive, and a lot of it has been sorted out basically before we did the announcement of actually releasing it. The turnaround time on wagons is pretty quick, so we're quite giddy about that, to be honest. So. But we've got a few things in the pipeline as far as new wagons are going. We're looking at industrial wagons, not kind of mainstream wagons that basically plowed up and down the side, the main lines. Yeah, it's because we've got a lot of interest from industrial models, ones that have like small areas to work with. So they work along with, that kind of small area, small wagon, still being able to have a good layout. Jim, they're 75 grams each. That's without the load. We weighed those when they actually got here. So yeah, they're 75 grams. Was it? I'm just going to double check. Just amuse yourself for a minute.
As you guys can understand, he's going senile in his old age, so give him a minute.
Hey, I'm not going to argue with that. Yes, 75 grams. I thought it was right. Yeah, it just seemed a little light. Never mind. Yes, 75 grams. So by the time you've got 9 with the load, you're probably looking at a little over 100 grams each. So yeah, it's for a 9-car rake. It's gonna have some good feel to it. Anything else on the concept, or can we move on? Move on. Okay, right. So I just want to touch base on the Clayton DHP1. We've got a few interesting partners who are looking to basically buy the Clayton. The problem with it right now is we're at the stage where all the CAD work is complete. It's ready to go. We literally just don't have enough interest on that right now. It is a minuscule. I mean, we're basically looking at about 7% of what we need to get that tooling underway, so we can send the email out and start taking deposits to actually secure your model. We're very, very close to that. We would love to, obviously, get that tooling underway and get that into customers' hands. There's no reason why we can't. I don't know whether it's too niche a loco that it doesn't fit in with a lot of people's wants and needs and everything. But yeah, I mean, essentially, if we can get a few more, that's all we would need. We can then get the ball rolling on that. So that's the Clayton. As I say, it's ready to go. All the CAD work's done. We invested in that to actually get the ball rolling and the impetus to actually get people to to jump on board and obviously request it. So I suppose you guys want to know about the GT3 now, don't you? So the GT3, well, basically, yes, the GT3 is now officially on the water. It is heading now to the UK. It was all fully loaded and ready to go. So yes, basically we are now at the stage where it's heading to the UK for the warehouse. Now, we have heard from the shipping agent that there could be a delay getting it off the docks. Primarily, this is nothing to do with us. It's down to pure manpower that they have available because of the COVID restrictions. We have no control over that whatsoever. Basically, the GT3 will land when it lands. Getting it off the ship isn't an issue. That's all been taken care of. It's just allowing customs to release the container to the haulage company to get it to the warehouse, and then Postman Pat can do his stuff after that. We've had a few questions as well as to the packaging, which I can now show. That is the GT3 box in its entirety. Look at that beautiful piece of engineering. Look at that. Don't she look good? So, obviously people are going to want to know what the inside looks like, the guts. So I'm going to try and do this. So foam piece, clamshell, all bolted in. She's not going anywhere. Okay, so Postman Pat can do his damnedest to break it.
Not gonna lie, that shake test made me a bit nervous.
Yeah, really. Oh dear, yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm just not going to give it to DPD or Yodel or any of those. So, yeah, Postman Pat's going to be dealing with that.
Yes, the orders are closed on the GT3 right now for the first run, but you can sign up for the second run right now on our website.
Yeah. So that being said, I'll just conclude with the GT1 first run first.
GT3 first run.
The model will come in the clamshell connected to the tender. There is a little card in there to say, you know, hey, these are connected. So don't get giddy when you take it out and it's all going to fall apart in your hands. It's not. Okay. Chris, keep up. Come on. Am I going to go back a few pictures? Hang on. There we go. Chris, just for you. It's on the ship. It's not in the UK yet. It's on the ship. It's coming. Brace yourself. We've had a lot of interest as well for the GT3 second run. This will be taking place. It will be happening. We will be opening the order book after the first run is delivered into customers' hands. We're not doing it before. Okay. So yeah, basically, that's going to be taking shape. As per the GT1, also the GT3 first run, it's going to be, you know, enough made to cover orders. So we're not going to be holding stock. So if you're thinking, oh, I'll get it in a couple of years, no, you won't be able to get it in a couple of years. We may decide to do a third run 7-8 years down the line. Who knows? But we'll see. Sam, no, there's not going to be any different liveries for the GT3 run. We have to put in a minimum order. I mean, could we have done it in a BR black, in a Brunswick green, in a BR blue? Maybe. But you know, it was hit and miss. I mean, we wanted to try and secure as many sales as we could on the GT3, therefore not offering a vast array of options. But you know, at the end of the day, you have to place a minimum order to warrant the factory doing, you know, certain liveries. So you know, we're just hoping that people are going to be happy enough with the regular prototype GT3 as it was. Any other questions on the GT3? Virgin East Coast. John, really? No. Behave yourself. Hope it doesn't get hijacked by Somalian pirates. They're going to be disappointed then, because they've got to fight their way through all them boxes to get to mine. Right, any other questions on the GT3? First run, second run? Anything? No?
How make sound effects does the GT3 have? I'm guessing, how did we make the sound effects?
If you watch the video that we have, that's on our YouTube page, a lot of them are there. There's a couple of horn noises. There's a couple of different whistle noises from the guard. There's also actually a toilet flush. We got kind of carried away with the sounding, so it was suggested we've got a toilet flush. I think it's F7 or F8. I can't remember which one it is now, but yeah, there's a toilet flush. It kind of just makes the comedy aspect of it, but there you go.
Will the GT3 arrive before the closing of the FEL orders? I'm interested in a FEL, but want to get a GT3 in my hands before I order more. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, basically.
Yes.
Yes.
There'll be plenty of time between the GT3 being delivered and the order book closing for the FEL. There's going to be a nice big window. So people who are still on the fence regarding the FEL or the GT3, there's going to be plenty of time.
Yeah, yeah. So for the benefit of Will, who is dishing up, hope it's something nice and tasty there, Will. Yes, the leader. We are now in CAD work with the leader. We'll be opening the order book for that shortly. We obviously, have received a lot of interest as far as the leader goes. So yeah, there's no disputing the fact that we are doing the leader. It is definitely going to happen. The liveries that we have right now is its original prototype grey, and we'll be doing the fictional BR Black version early crest. Now we're also going to be offering. This will all be in the email that you receive if you signed up for the leader. It'll be DCC ready. It'll be DCC fitted with an ESU decoder and the lock sound version 5 for the sound variety, because obviously it's a steam engine under that diesel looking body, but yes, ultimately it's a steam loco. So there you go. So that's good news for 2021. The leader is coming. We will be sending out 2 little emails, basically one giving you the heads up of when we're opening the order book, and one announcing the order book will be open. Sorry. So yeah, by all means, if you're sat on the fence about doing it, then I would get in there quick, because I've got a feeling that these are going to be going quick. So yeah, we're very pleased, very excited about the leader. It's definitely going to be a popular loco, considering what the response we've had so far. Not a problem. As I say, it is going to be a great thing to see running around, because I know it's been a very much desired model that people have been screaming after. I'm surprised that the mainstream boys haven't jumped on that, but there you go. Right. Anything else on the leader or?
Yeah, we'll answer.
Right now we're only doing one run of the Consist hoppers. Not because the allocation is going to have sold out and people are still going to want it. We have the ability to do a second run. If the same happens as with the GT3, where the allocation's been allocated or sold, and basically we start getting emails, then we'll probably open up another expression of interest and get updates from there. Lewis, you'll have to go back and watch this when we've uploaded it on YouTube.
I have a feeling that won't be the last time we get asked that.
Yeah. Samuel, yes, payment plans will be offered as well. Our proprietary installment plan system. Yeah.
To Zach and Chris as well, if you need your delivery address changing at any point, you can email me personally on that email, michael@krmodels.co.uk. If you need anything changing before delivery occurs, let me know. I'll get everything updated for you. We can get that all squared away so that nothing goes wrong.
Yeah, definitely.
No problem.
Right. Any other questions on the GT3 on the leader, or can we move on?
How tall is it?
What, the leader?
Yes.
I don't actually have those details to hand right now. But we can furnish those when we send out the email. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be standard, regular, maximum height probably of normal rolling stock of the day. But yeah, as I say, I don't have those figures to hand right now. Okay, so that's the leader. So updates on the Fell. We are literally waiting for customs to clear the next sample package, which currently customs has got their greasy paws all over. They haven't released it yet. So as soon as it gets here, we'll be doing further track testing. We'll have a video of it. We'll be running it through its paces. Then we'll be sorting the sound out for it and getting all that functional stuff ready. The light operation, its ability to get through, tight corners, etc. On the test track we have in the office here. There's a first radius kind of S on the points there, so that'll be easy enough to negotiate. We think it'll give all the gearing a workout. So yeah, it should go okay. As I say, that's the whole purpose of doing track testing, is to figure all this stuff out. I'm not even answering that, Richard. I don't even know what you're on about.
I think he means him.
Yeah, good luck with that. So, any other questions before we move on?
Give it a minute for the replies to come through. There's a bit of a delay between us saying it and receiving it, so.
Well, we've got quite a few attendees right now, which is pretty good.
Yeah, a lot of us have come to say hello.
So I suppose people are going to be interested on, well, what's next? Because we've had so many emails since the start of kind of 2021, and people asking, well, okay, what have you got planned next? What's coming in the future? What's your catalogue looking like for 2021 releases? Well, clearly we don't have a catalogue because we haven't got that much in the way of product right now. Jim, is that a shunter? The 10800? I'm sure that's a shunter. Was that like a thin down class 20 and a big version of a class 08?
No, that was the GT2, I think. No, it was diesel electric. I'm wrong.
Yeah. Okay, right. New releases. Brace yourself. Here we go. So, Belafron. Apparently, we've had quite a few interested people to say, when are you doing something unusual? And basically, we saw that there was a survey go out. I can't remember who it was with now, for Belafron. So there she is in all her glory. It will be the oldest steam loco that we would have done. We have all the drawings. We're just finalising a few details. Yes, Sam, stop nagging. You're getting like the mic. You're getting like the wife. Belafron is going to be a popular one. There's quite a few liveries that we can go with it as well. She's going to be a great addition to the stable of KR models. She's definitely unusual, and no, before anyone says, it's not going to come with a Thomas the Tank Engine style face. Before anybody says anything, not doing it. Don't even go there. Not happening.
I should like to preface this as well. While we are announcing this now, that does not mean that it's going to be done within the next couple of months. These are just the announcements for 2021, and it will take the duration of the year to set up and get ready and then release to the public.
Yes. Yeah, that is absolutely right. I mean, whilst we're announcing these as future releases, we obviously want to, get current projects completed first. But obviously, the time lag that it takes between announcing a loco and actually getting it into customers' hands is somewhere between 2 and 3 years. So, whilst we are doing work in the background because of lockdown, etc., then this is basically what we've been up to while we've been in lockdown and shut down and Boris's party and all the rest of it. So yes, we're feverishly working in the background. We did make a little hint a little earlier, later last year, of doing an industrial style loco, and quite a few people sent us emails saying, well, what about a modern industrial loco? Because everyone's kind of jumping on the bandwagon of small industrial steam locos. So the Hunslet Bobo, we have the plans for that. If anybody knows where that is from, I'm hoping there's a few people on that knows where that actually operates today. That we have actually got the drawings and full access to it. So it's going to be coming in. It's an original 1967 green livery, and this is its current British Steel running livery. But yeah, there's about 3 different livery options that we've found so far. It may have been in Port Talbot, Sam, but right now it's running around Scunthorpe. So yes, that's going to be a popular one, because the beauty with that is there's a whole thwack of things that we can run with that. There's as I say, a whole variety of wagons that we can run with that. So yes, Peter, you are correct. It does run at Scunthorpe. the steelworks there. So yeah, so that's two big announcements. I think Mike wants to say something about what he was up to before Christmas.
Ah, yes, you guys are going to love this. So, in the early part of December, we decided to take a research trip to the NRM, the National Railway Museum in York. We had I had 3 whole days there, and we decided to look through each and every one of your wish lists to see what we could pull. As a result of those 3 days that I was there, we have pulled a lot of research material for a lot of different locomotives, wagons, and coaches that we could do. As a result of all that information that we've pulled, we could announce a model every month for the next 2 years because of how much we pulled, because of how well organized and how efficient they are. We could just keep rolling them off. So yeah, we have a lot of research material for a lot of different projects. So at the end of every email, when I say we take your suggestions and wish lists seriously, I hope that gives you just an idea of just how much we take it seriously. Dad, you might want to turn your volume down. They can hear me twice.
Oh, okay. Don't know why.
A bit much. So yeah, for those who didn't quite catch that because of the feedback, yeah, we have a lot of research material pulled from NRM. So
where are we?
So we have a lot to work with right now. A lot of it we don't want to announce right now for obvious reasons. But yeah, we've been very busy. The NRM research trip was very, very profitable.
Right, so we got one last announcement to make as far as potential new products for 2021 goes. This is a big one, and I do mean that in the literal sense. So to go with the Hunslet Bobo diesel, we're also producing the Molten iron ore wagon that runs with it. These will be produced in pairs because they typically run as a pair. The CAD drawings are 97% complete. There's just a few tweaks we have to do on them. And these are huge. They'll also be DCC operated. The barrel will turn. We have produced a gearbox motor system that fits in this part, the big end of the housing, that will rotate the barrel 180 degrees. There'll also be an orange light that will be visible when you remove the cap off the top, to seeing those with an orange light, so it'll emulate having liquid ore inside. So as far as something unusual goes, if you're doing a complete rake of something to run on a small layout, then these puppies will be definitely for you, because at the end of the day you can run 2 with a loco, and you don't need a huge amount of space to run it. But as I say, we're just finalizing the CAD drawings on those right now. But yeah, they will be for general release. Hopefully, we're hoping to get the announcements out for that towards the end of the year, because obviously we're going to have a lot of other stuff to deal with. But there's 3 big announcements for everybody. So it's going to be open Q&A stuff. And anybody else got any other questions, or are we going to call it a wrap?
We'll let them come through.
I can't see her looking pretty forever.
I was wondering when you started.
Yeah.
The joys of a father-son business.
Yes. I saw a message before. Someone put on something about it. Are we keeping the packaging the same throughout the model? Well, yeah. I mean, the beauty of it is you'll get to see conformity with all the packaging, because obviously we've set the theme now as to, so all the locos will come in this big box, obviously for security reasons, and then the wagons will come in a similar box, not quite as rugged, but we're working on that right now. So yeah, it's kind of like an ongoing process to kind of find out which works the best. So yeah, it's one of those things that you kind of have to be a bit trial and error with to see what works. So it's ongoing.
How close is the order book on the fell to closing?
Well, we're going to have to close the installment plan soon on the fell, because basically once we get to completing the next sample, the one after that is going to be the painted sample, the decorated sample, and then there isn't a whole lot of time then to actually get the thing assembled and built. So right now, right now it's open, but it's not going to be open for very much longer. Then we'll have to close the order book and obviously get it into customers' hands. So it's not, the order book's not going to be open for much longer. So you haven't placed your order by now, then you need to.
Any updates on the tying dock to concept or wagons in N-gauge?
We have had some response for that, but nowhere near enough to justify making it. Yeah, I mean, we've had this conversation a few times with N-scalers who have obviously been burnt historically from previous manufacturers who let them down. We totally sympathise with that. We had to drop the Shark brake van primarily because the FE, which is now part of Bachmann, basically bought. I don't know how, but they managed to. That somehow they managed to buy the tooling when we had the CAD drawing, so that kind of undercut us. So basically, we there wasn't any much point on pursuing that. As far as the King goes, I mean that is still ours to do with whatever we want, but we haven't got enough interest on that. We'd like to bring the King to market. There's obviously it's an investment that we wanted to pursue. Otherwise, we wouldn't have made the investment in the CAD drawings. We just need sufficient numbers to be able to produce it. It's the same with N-scale, the GT3 and the Fell, and all the other interested locos. The leader may be that catalyst that will prove to the N-scalers that we're here to stay, that we're not going to rip them off. We will be opening up the order book and the expression of interest for the leader in N. But at the end of the day, it has to be your commitment to want to show that if we release it, you'll buy it. People have said, well, why don't you just release it? Because we're not going to end up with a whole bunch of stock we can't sell. It's as simple as that. We're not in a position, we're not Bachmann and Hornby and all the big boys to basically just produce a model ad hoc in the vain hope it's going to sell. it's a huge investment to produce a model from conception to delivery and have no marketplace for it, or have such a small marketplace that we end up with 3/4 of the stock left over on a shelf that could sit here for 20 years. Not happening. Sorry. If it means that we never produce an N-scale model, so be it. You know, I'm not going to lose sleep over the fact that, you know, N-scalers have been burnt. I'm sorry. It's what happened. We had no control of it. We had no part of it. It's just the way that it's gone. We want to produce models for N-scalers. I think they have a you know, it's I do sympathize, I really do, but we just can't bring out an N-scale model and not have it sell. It's just not going to be one of those things that we can do. So, you know, I'm sorry. You know, I believe N-scalers have the right to have the same amount of opportunity as far as models go. But if the demand's not there, we're not going to produce it. It's as simple as that. You know, as a company, it has to be a commercially viable, you know, potential. So if it means you guys miss out, then I'm sorry. That's just the way it's going to be. Whether one of the big boys picks up the chalice and runs with it, I don't know. I know Rapido's announced N-scale, dedicated N-scale stuff. Now, whether theirs will sell or not, I have no idea. But only time will tell. Anything else?
There's a reason why we say if you do have interest in the model, do sign up. It costs you nothing to do. It takes so little amount of time to be able to sign up, and it lets us know that there are people interested. And the more people that do sign up, the higher chance that a model is going to get made.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
So if you are interested in the King, by all means, sign up. It lets us know that you're interested. We can't afford to take the risk to be able to fully fund and produce the King if we don't know if it's going to sell. And you signing up for the expression of interest lets us know that that's one more that we can make towards a viable product.
Basically.
Any idea when the fell will start production?
As soon as we sign off on the samples, basically. Richard, I'm not sure if we've actually thought about upscaling the King to 00. I'm sure it's probably easy enough to do, considering we've got the CAD drawings for the N-scale one. You know, so it's a possibility. It's something we haven't thought of, but you know, possibly, maybe.
Yeah, John, I think that's a big misconception with what people have with our expressions of interest. They are solely that at the current stage, expressions of interest. We're not asking for money right now. We're not asking people to commit to anything serious. We just want people to let us know that they want this model. So don't worry, you're not the only one in that boat. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the whole purpose of the expression of interest is to show that potentially there is a market there for any of the models. It's a barometer for us to because let's face it, we might think we have the greatest model potential ever, so we release it, and it doesn't sell. There's not a market for it. So that's the whole purpose of having an expression of interest. It filters out those people that go, yeah, I'll have it. You might get a couple of dozen of those that are really excited on having it. Is it enough to produce a model? No. So at the end of the day, that's why we do the expression of interest. It basically shows us that if we do it, there is a market for it, and to have that market is makes it a commercial viable proposition. Anything else, or are we calling it a wrap? Oh, timescale for the leader. We can set that once we've actually announced it. But right now, we're probably looking at the end. I mean, what we're at now, beginning of 2021, probably the end of 2022, beginning of 23. As a rough guess, it's about 2 years, 2 to 2.5 years from start to, from announcement to, final delivery, give or take. Which is actually better than the big boys because they're averaging somewhere between 3 and 4 years right now.
And in case people didn't catch the announcement
coming out this year, but this is why we make announcements now. We haven't opened up any expression of interest for the last 3 announcements that we've just made today. But we have to make announcements of future products because otherwise we'll have nothing to show people when we've completed all the models. Anything else, or can we sign off?
For those who missed before as well with the leader, we are going to be opening the order book soon. If you want to show the picture of the leader again, Dad, because I know you're really excited about showing pictures. We are opening the order book soon. It will be in DCC ready, DCC sound, and DCC fitted. So if you are excited to see the leader, by all means, sign up for the expression of interest if you haven't already, so that as soon as the order book opens, you'll be the first to be notified when it is.
Yeah, we're doing it in a 2 email format. So those that have already signed up now will receive an email announcing when the order book will open, and then you will get an email on the day that the order book opens to say that it's open. Chris, there's a payment plan. So it's our proprietary installment plan system that has been so well received by customers for the FEL and for the GT3. It spreads your payments out, so don't worry, you don't have to lose a leg or a kidney or donate your first child or anything like that. It simplifies things, because that way you'll get an email with your schedule, you'll see how much you're paying. So we're trying to keep it simple, because we know that money's tight. There's a lot of manufacturers out there now that are producing great models. So, that's why the response we've had so far on our proprietary installment plan system is great. So, it's just great. We love servicing our customers now, and we've been praised so many times as well for our customer service, which I can only congratulate Michael for doing that in the first place. He's great at it.
Yeah, I am.
No.
I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, but I am pretty damn good at what I do. But yeah, that's
500 miles away. I'll pat him on the back.
That is something I want to address, though, with the payment plans, is that a lot of people tend to confuse the fact that we offer a payment plan with crowdfunding. That's not the case. If we offer a payment plan, it's because we understand that there are a lot of models coming out in such a short time frame with a lot of different companies, and we want to make sure that people that want these models can afford them in a easy to understand format. In this case, we spread out our payments across the year, so that people aren't paying 200, 300 quid straight up for one of these models, which a month can add up to £1,000 per, for a series of models. And
easily.
Yeah, and given the high quality of other models that are coming out as well, we understand that a lot of people are going to want these. So we offer the option to spread out those payments. We do still offer a pay in full version. So if you don't mind paying the full price for the model straight up, you can absolutely do that, and you won't have to worry about payment plans, terms, etc., etc. You can pay in full if that's what you prefer. But we do offer the payment plan for those that do struggle to afford the full price of the model straight up.
Yeah. Tom, yes, we are planning a DMU. We're just finalising some of the details right now on it. So we didn't quite want to make the announcement on that right now. But yes, we are planning one. Maybe on the next Facebook Live show that we do, which will probably be in about a month to 6 weeks or something. By then, you would have all had your GT3s in your hands and running around your various layouts. You know, yes, basically, we've got a lot in the pipeline to come out. It may not necessarily come out as quickly as we would like, but that's basically because we don't want to get ahead of the game and announcing a model that we can't, you know, produce in its entirety. So, you know, we are very cautious about that now on letting information out. But yeah, if we have the right information, we can pursue it.
To answer Peter Gower's question as well, in Chance of Big Bertha, if you do have any suggestions for models, for locomotives, wagons, coaches, anything you'd like to see, send them to me directly. My email's in the chat there. You can see michael@klmodels.co.uk. Like I've said many times previously, every suggestion, every wish list gets taken seriously. Everything is under consideration. As per usual, we go through, you know, evaluating each suggestion on a case-by-case basis to see whether it's worth doing to begin with, whether it's already been done. But yeah, absolutely, send any suggestions you have there.
Sharp-eyed Will has spotted the tick on it in production. Not quite. I don't know why that tick got there, but it shouldn't be there. But that's for the fell anyway.
Yeah, no clues.
It's a trick, these ones, are they? Sharp eyes or what?
we covered it for a reason, guys.
There you go. That's cute. That's cured that.
There you go. It's no longer in production.
No. Back to the drawing board. Oh dear. Anyways, right. We're going to show off now, guys. It's been great speaking to you. Nick, you're going to have to look that up on our website. I'm not going into that one right now. But it basically stands for the third generation of the gas turbine. There was 2 previously. Okay, so if anybody's not got anything else, if you want to email either me or Michael, please do so. More than happy to answer you back, and then we'll see you in a month to 6 weeks or thereabouts when we have more new breaking news.
It's an exciting time to be us for sure.
Definitely. We're here to stay. Don't worry, we're not going anywhere. Anyway, thanks, guys. We will see you shortly.
Yep.
See you. Bye.
Take care, everyone.